You can praise America for its contributions to Ghana, but I take it from this point, that somebody come and kills your father, marries your wife, and offers you goodies, and you say that he's a good parent.
So you're saying what you're talking about is cultural diplomacy?
Yes. It's non-existent in our leadership. It's non-existent. You can just see. So somebody comes and kill your father, right, Adam, marries your mother, and start showering you with cookies and what have you, then you get up and say that this man is a good man because your father used not to give you. You grow up to realize that indeed that person is a murderer. The United States of Ghana murdered Ghana and murdered Africa by their actions with the CIA in overthrowing the Osagifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and a big African agenda that was to liberate not only the people of this part of the world, but of course the entire African continent. We are still pained by that. We cannot forget the relationship, how Americans assisted in killing Patrice Lumumba, one of the verified African leaders. We cannot forget how America's participation led to the overthrow and killing of Sekou Touré of Guinea. We cannot forget the Americans' participation in the overthrow of Modibo Keita. And we cannot forget the American actions that led to what we describe as the African Che Guevara, Thomas Sankara. And of course, of recent, we cannot forget the role Obama and Hillary Clinton played in the overthrow and murder of President Gaddafi, whose crime was that he wanted to bring about economic salvation to the African people. He was working towards an African bank that we have been struggling for several years, that the internet, if you call it the satellite system that we used to pay in excess of 500 million every year to the United Kingdom and to Paris. All of a sudden, Gaddafi assisted Africa to have our own satellite system that enables communication among Africans without it routing through Paris or through London. All these things were seen as providing economic salvation for Africa, and therefore Gaddafi had to be killed. So when we are dealing with America, no matter what good things we are talking about, we must also be looking at these things that, look, we cannot forget our past, that you have contributed to deepen Africa in the current economic quagmire that we find ourselves. And it's important to note that. And so when they come here, we must see